Welcome back to The Pulse, now to a conversation which focuses on the very, one of the essence of our lives. Teenage pregnancy remains a big challenge in Ghana, and data from the annual Ghana Health Service statistics on this is very alarming. This time it is not only girls that are between 13 to 19, but girls between 10 to 13 years as well. The data shows that in 2020, nearly 301 girls were impregnated every day in Ghana, while 13 teenage pregnancies are recorded every 1 hour. According to the Ghana Health Service, Ghana recorded a statistic of 109,888 teen pregnancies, with the lowest girls to be put in the family way being 10-year-olds. The Central Region, 10,301 girls got pregnant, but there's to be a very healthy development as a victim of rape and teenage pregnancy who's been able to pull through the situation has established a foundation that has 400 teenage girls in the Ebura Asebu Kwamankete district. Akosia has relied on farming to feed and sponsor these girls in schools and also to put them into apprenticeship. She says the girls are vulnerable, and if they are allowed to remain in their current situation, men will prey on them and get them pregnant again. Richard Kwejonyako travels to the district and interacts with the teenage mothers, and he's explored what led them into their situation.
I feel sad when I see my younger sisters being a teenage mother. I know what it is and what they are passing through.
Ernestina Kosiakwa was a victim of defilement and as a result got pregnant during her teenage years. Years after the incident, Ernestina has been able to put herself together to rally people that were in the same situation around she was years ago.
Now, Team Preg Foundation have 400 teenage mothers, which 34 are in secondary schools in the Central Region, 22 are in basic schools, and 344 are in skills training.
She's mobilized 400 teenage mothers whose vulnerabilities are putting them back in situations that would make them pregnant again and shatter their dreams. I wasn't doing well at school, and so I dropped out and decided to learn some apprenticeship, but hunger was killing me. Charlotte is a teenage mother in the Abra Sebu Kwamankese district. She tells a chilling tale of what put her in the situation she finds herself.
And then I
got a guy who told me he would help me. I gave myself to him and he got me pregnant. But I decided to terminate the pregnancy. I thus went to buy a 70 Ghana cedi drug to terminate it. I tried and tried, but I couldn't terminate the pregnancy. So I had no option than to give birth, and Team Preg Foundation came to my aid. The struggle for survival. Her colleague, teenage mother, Jennifer, shares her ordeal and why she desperately needs some skills to become independent.
Obi 12 years up to 20 years. Yenyinsen yem bebre ne yenyinsen na yenya aboafo. Ebi wo no ma ye ma me nyifo ye ma me efim. Onya de bia ye mo fama bone nti na ye konyinsen yon. Onam ma ye bezinti.
We are many here, and so we need your support. We are many. Some are 12 years up to 20 years. We all got pregnant, but we had no support. It isn't that we are bad girls. That is why we got pregnant. But what we will eat on a daily basis makes us give ourselves to men. Now we need your support as we have begun learning skills. Some have no parents, and their families don't even mind them. And so survival becomes our only option. And then men take advantage of us and get us pregnant. We need your help. On the streets of Abradunkau, I meet a 40-year-old girl who is just giving birth to her second child. The tales of these girls are endless. They need to eat and be taken care of. It's a matter of survival. Their parents don't have what it takes to take care of them, they say, and these girls desperately need to survive. In the Abrase-Bukwamankase district, the statistics of not only teenage mothers but child mothers are disturbing and staggering. It's gradually becoming common for children between the ages of 11 and 13 becoming mothers. A mother and the wife of the Kwamankase chief, Cynthia Ando Taylor, describes the recurring nature of the teenage pregnancy issue in the area. She craves for support for Team Preg Foundation, as the NGO has been doing very well for the teenagers in the area.
The teenage pregnancy around this area is very tough. It's not easy at all. About 4 years ago, when they were doing statistics on teenage pregnancy, we got the award of the teenage pregnancy, because in our area, just after this town, you will meet a certain lady who has given birth to 2 children, just a 13-year girl. And when you're talking of a teen, I can even say that person is not even a teen, because for 13 years to give birth to 2, it's not easy. So if the ministries and the government want to help the Team Preg Foundation, it's not bad. It will help a lot, because you know something, in this area there's no job.
Some of the masters in the apprenticeship the teenage mothers have been given to want more support, as they describe the vulnerabilities of the girls.
We need
some support for these girls. We also need some other things like hairs to practice. We need some hair dryers so the children will be equipped to learn the skills. MPs and other people should come to our aid. These children came with their children, and so they need support.
Na za yen buanu odoso montum nkene nyina na za yerestraso de mofamadu.
I have 10 children under me, and they require some support. They need some sewing machines. Now it is 3 children to 1 machine, and becomes difficult to support them in learning the skill.
Machines pay basa na wo ho nti so be hia de obia nya ne za obobo mo framban man za wo pede wo sua no we sua ne ye.
Kwamankase Omahen Okakabin Aidan Ando the 10th is calling for support for Team Preg Foundation, as the foundation is gradually changing the narrative in the area.
It's what I can say is something that is uncontrollable. We of the Traditional Council have decided to give a land to any NGO who would like to help the traditional area, to help us in a way of driving out such a thing. Team Preg is doing well. It's the only NGO we have in our district here. So we are also saying that if they need any help from any quarters, I believe they should also help them.
Ernestina Kusiakwa is reaching out to individuals and benevolent organizations to lend her some support as she changes the song of these young ones.
We are new NGO and also a local NGO, so we don't have the fund to support this teen initiative. So we are calling all the individuals, institutions, companies and NGOs to come to our aid to support these teenage mothers, else they will go back to where they come from. So now we have these 400 teenage mothers are under our care, Team Preg Foundation's care.
For now, she farms to feed the girls and provide skills and other support for the girls. Lack of parental care, broken homes, and the struggle for what the girls would eat continue to land many into the grips of teenage pregnancy. Team Preg Foundation is a non-profit organization that was formed purposely to support teenage mothers to go back to school and to undertake sensitization programs on teenage pregnancy. Its vision is to empower mothers and their caregivers in the central region to improve their livelihoods through appropriate and affordable alternatives. From the Abra-Sebu Kwamankese district, my name is Richard Kwejo-Nyako for Joy News.
Richard Kwejo-Nyako joins me with more on this one. Richard, what has been your observation with teenage pregnancies on the strip?
Well, so Aisha, teenage pregnancy in the central region is just a common thing. Every day it happens. And beyond the broken homes and then the parental responsibility is the extreme poverty the people in the region face, especially those at the coastal belt of the region. And you heard tales of girls exchanging sex for fish because of what they would eat every day. The youth there, a lot of them do not have jobs. And so these girls are vulnerable. So those who are unable to go back to school or go to school, they are preyed upon by these boys or men, and then they get them pregnant. And then it's become like a cycle because the person that has been impregnated today, I remember that I did a story where a 39-year-old woman in Elmina was expecting the 10th child. And she told me that at night, she does not know where 7 of the children sleep. So it tells you, so that child that is on the streets, someone who also gets the child, if the person the person is a girl, and impregnates her, and it becomes like a cycle. So it is a tale of poverty and lack of skills and jobs for the people, and that is what is accounting for all of these beyond the parental responsibility and then the broken homes we often tout.
Now, we've realized that there's a lot of teenage pregnancy cases along the coast. Do you know why?
Yes, and poverty is one major cause of that. The people do not, beyond even the fishing, we are in the close season as well. And so the only source of livelihood, that is where they depend, that is the sea. And even their fortunes in the sea are also even dwindling. So when they go, it is not like profitable in the days of old. Now they have to go for loans, they power their canoes, buy premix fuel, they go, and sometimes they come back empty-handed. And so it's become very difficult for the people here. And so they've been craving for alternatives so that they could support these girls. I mean, the lack of it put these girls in these precarious situations where men prey upon them, because if you give the person 2 cedis, 5 cedis, for the person to be able to eat, get something to eat, then it results in some of these cases.
So what are the traditional authorities? I mean, what do they intend to do about this situation?
Sometimes they seem helpless. The situation we are in is just not like in those days where there is that kind of communal spirit, that communal living. And so one is expected to watch over the other person. But now people do not care anymore. So you cannot even go and tell Akusia Menu's family that, oh, this is your daughter. I saw your daughter late last night. She was doing this. It's just like each one for himself, God for us all. And so the traditional authorities are even holding educational seminars, sensitization and all of that. But that is not enough. And so all of these records or statistics keep recurring. And then they will continue if nothing is done about the poverty situation in the central region.
Richard Kwejo-Nyako is our correspondent in the central region. We'll bring you more of this in our subsequent bulletin.